Hi, I'm Dawn and this is where Shabby meets Bling. I love fall, and more important, I love Halloween. And by nature, I'm a shabby chic kind of gal, so my love for French country shabby chic style is going to blend perfectly with this wonderful Halloween project. But I am taking this party outside. I am joined in this fun and fabulous shabby chic Halloween and fall collab by two of my very good friends, Jody of Jody at Southern Seasons and Annie of Crafting with Annie Jones. You can check out their channels and this playlist. The links will be in the description box below. This little area of my yard, and it is basically along the side of my front yard, it's kind of been neglected. Since we put in this beautiful fence and gate, it has just sat here dormant. I planted a few things and now it's time to really give it some attention. Right now, this little side yard is in no condition to be decorated for any season, let alone Halloween. I put huge significance on Halloween. And I am going to start by adding some more greenery and some major hardscape items, and these plants are the first to be put in. Here is a beautiful old iron gate. It's the cute little short kind, and they're a little rusty and rustic, but man are they heavy and they're amazing. And I got all of these for 40 bucks. I wheeled and dealed and got them for 40. Even has the cute little curved part on the end. At this point, I have checked my property line and I got my beginning pieces in and kind of really tentatively staked my end pieces with that cute little curve in. And now I'm just going to go all the way down the line and attach each piece with the connecting rod and pound them into place all along my little fence line. And now, yay, my very last piece. And I'm telling you, there is some serious rock in this ground, and I worked out, man. I worked out getting this thing in, but I had a good time. I really did. I was pounding the you know what out of that stake to get a hole in the ground deep enough for my connecting rod. But this is my very last piece that I need to put in, and then ta-da! We're done. Dunzos. Here's how we look now, with some plantings and that adorable little fence. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She's so cute. So now it's time for pretty stuff. I am going to use some of my existing items that I've had for a long time, like this adorable little table. It's getting old, she's getting rusty, and I'm going to remove the rest of her. Those are glass crystals. I'll remove those. And then this set of concrete urns that I have, these pots, and I've had them forever, and I'm simply going to brush off all the old paint that's on them, and we're going to give them some spray paint. Now let's move on to some thrifted items. Oh, my favorite. This pair of chairs, very heavy, and they really are mosaic, originally stemmed from Marshalls and then made their way to Goodwill, and they've been sitting outside for a while, but you can see I paid nearly nothing for them. And they are so heavy and so pretty, and they're so me. Just love them, and they're gonna have a little place in my side garden. I have been sitting on this pair of gems for quite some time. $4 each, and they are huge, and they're a really like heavy duty. I don't even know what they were back then when they made them, because I think these are from like the 80s. They're like a thick plastic, and we are going to paint them. Yes, we are, along with this other little like pocket planter. And of course, all this is made to be in your home, but I don't care. They're going outside now. I'm giving everything a base of claret red so that if anything shines through, it's gonna kind of give it more of a bronzy look. And then I will go over everything with the dark brown and black and alternate so it blends in really well. Now it's time to plant this little wall pocket, which is going to hang on my little iron fence. And I am also going to plant up those two big concrete pots that I painted, as well as a third concrete pot that's going to sit on another plant stand that I also had in a different area of my yard. I will also be utilizing this thrifted bird bath base. Bird bath base. She's a little chipped and cracked, but $8, I'm all about it. I have all of my components in place for my French country side garden. Now it's time to get busy with my Shabby Chic Halloween decor. Just a quick peek of what we've accomplished so far. You can see the table and the chairs and the gate. That's so pretty. You can see all the plantings that I've taken care of and the potted plants. So it's a nice little backdrop for my Shabby Chic Halloween. So we need to get busy. Here we have Kelvin and Eleanor. And as you can see, they are pretty much, they're deed. They're deed and gone. And they look to me with the black eyes the way they are and the tone of the paint kind of scary. And I want them to be shabby chic. But there's always a but. But before I paint them, I'm filling in all of the screw holes that are going to be in your face obvious because I don't want to see them. It just totally makes it unbelievable. Well, let's face it, it's just so believable that I have skeletons in my yard. That being said, I am filling in all of the holes and disguising them as best I can with hot glue. And now we paint. Calvin has taken a dive onto his face. He does not look comfy, but he's gonna have to suck it up because he's getting a coat. A nice healthy coat of flat white spray paint. Both Calvin and Eleanor are now spanky white. bleached in the sun, their bones are. But we need to make them shabby chic, do we not? So they need apparel. And I am going to take this thrifted straw hat. I think it's adorable, except for those bright pink stripes. Yeah. No, thank you. And no matter what I put on top of here, you're gonna see through it. So I am going to take the time to paint out all the little pink stripes on the entire hat. It'll be well worth it. Tell yourself that, Dawn, it'll be well worth it. Keep painting. Now that my hat is painted, I'm going to add some trim on it. It kind of looks like a layered birthday cake. I am using some of the jute ribbon, kind of that crocheted looking type of ribbon made of jute from the Dollar Tree. And I am going to run this stuff all the way around the hat. It is one continuous line, this formerly bright pink line. And I am just going to take some hot glue and run it all the way around. I am taking an old pair of jeans and I am going to cut some strips out of them because we're gonna make something out of them. And let's face it, what says fall? Jeans, yes, jeans. Flannels also says fall to me, but yeah, jeans. Everybody's putting their shorts away and I am taking these strips of jean material and you've seen me make ribbon roses before. This is very similar, but instead of folding it, you're kind of rolling the jean material because it doesn't like to fold and there's no natural, and let's face it, it's probably not a perfect strip. I didn't measure it and I'm just rolling it to create a little jean rose and I'm gonna make 3. for this cute little shabby chic hat. Out of some ribbon from BURLAP-PLACEMATS-WLACE, I am making a little band for my hat. And I'm also using some of that ribbon, a different color, to make a little frayed edge around the brim of my hat. I have made a bow out of the same ribbon that I made the band out of. And out of that frayed ribbon, I am making little flowers, little pom-pom flowers. I'm just rolling this and hot gluing it, and they look like cute little dried fall flowers. Eleanor has a beautiful shabby chic hat. Well, now she needs a necklace to go along with it. And this little pretty thing has little beads, little pearls and crystal-like things and chain and jeans. So it is shabby, it is chic. And I'm going to doll it up a little more with either some ribbon and this little tassel. But yeah, it's gonna get a little bit of a makeover. And she's gonna have a necklace to match her beautiful little hat. I picked up some thrifted outfits for both Kelvin and Eleanor. So that's totally taken care of. Now I need to get really busy with my Halloween decor for my French country shabby chic side garden. I love me some bird cages. This little thrifted number I got for $5. And this, it's not a plant stand. That's inaccurate. It was a hurricane holder, but my raccoons broke it. And here's another adorable little, very dirty bird cage I got at a garage sale. And I don't even remember, this was so cheap, and I've already cleaned it up once. So this is the good looking version of it. And I also have a second hurricane lamp holder that my raccoons also broke. So they're gonna both become stands for these two bird cages. Both of the now bird cage stands and the bird cages are gonna get some paint, nice flat black, and then the bird cages are gonna get special little visitors on a permanent basis, little occupants. I picked up these adorable little planters for $1.49 each at Goodwill, and boy oh boy, don't they kind of look like pumpkins. So I am going to plant them up with some plants, and we're going to use them in my shabby chic French country Halloween side garden. I am just using some really, really pretty potato vine and a couple of mums, and I will top them off with something special, possibly. But boy oh boy, they sure are pretty. And of course I need a sign, maybe two, or maybe like a two-part sign. I'm using this thrifted welcome sign and this thrifted Sirocco key, I guess that's what they called it back in the day. And this is a panel from one of the doors, the old doors that came out of this house. And this door panel is from 1903, that's when this house was built. So I'm gonna use these three components to make a sign. My welcome sign has already gotten one coat of white paint, and now it's getting a second coat, and I'm painting the entire thing. And this is where I'm gonna put lettering. If you've watched my channel enough, you know my process. I am making some sticky stencils, and I won't put you through the whole drawn out thing because you've seen it before, so you don't need to see the whole thing again. But I am making my letters out of my sticky stencils. I'll apply them onto my sign that I have painted white, and you'll see the end product in just a little bit. Here I have a glass mug and a piece of styrofoam from the Dollar Tree. And the reason I picked this piece of styrofoam is because it's already basically shaped like the inside of my coffee mug. So I'm going to trim it down so that it's going to fit in there nicely, not snug, but it will fit in there nicely. A little painter's tape to define where my coffee will stop, my coffee. And I will paint the inside of my mug with a dark brown chalk paint. I have traced the top of my my styrofoam and made a little template out of cardboard. And now I'm going to cut a little round piece out of my brown foam sheet. And I will also cut a little round circle out of my white. Now, a vague sketch of a skeleton face. I will perfect it when I cut it out. I will give the top of my little round brown foam circle a coat of, actually 2 coats, of that brown chalk paint as well. Here's my little foam sheet skull cutout. And I am just adding a little bit of painter's tape to the back side of him, and just so I can paint him properly and he won't move around. And I can move it after it's painted without messing it up. I'm just attaching it to the bottom of it, one of my old paint containers. And now, my dimensional paint. It's like my left hand, or is it my right hand? I don't know, it's like my best buddy. I'm going to cover this entire thing in dimensional paint. White dimensional paint. Pumpkins! I gotta go get pumpkins! You can't have a Halloween shabby chic side garden without pumpkins. This has to be one of my favorite things to do in the fall, is to go pick up pumpkins. This and going through corn mazes, that's so much fun too. But look at how beautiful the colors are. Absolutely amazing. And then they have some new ones this year, the yellow, that bright yellow. I've got to get me some bright yellow for sure. And look at that thumbkin. The ones with the huge stems, that's something new this year. They're called thumbkins. Go figure. I cannot wait to get these home and wash them up and get them in my side garden. So beautiful. My French country side garden has gone all shabby chic Halloween. Let's go outside and take a look. Here's our 2-part sign, and you can see that key. And I guess the S on the key stands for Skellies. And you can see the skeleton. The Skellies made their fortune in skeleton keys and locks way back in 1903. There's some of our beautiful pumpkins. I've got the nubby one there and the ones that are kind of an off-white. And a couple of my metal pieces that are thrifted. The candle was even thrifted. And there's the stand of the hurricane that got broken. Now has our bird cage on top with our little birdie inside. And there's our corbel. Oh my goodness. Absolutely beautiful. It really looks like solid iron. And how about our little planter? All potted up, lending to that fall feel. I love it. Time to meet the family. This is Calvin Skelly, and this is Eleanor Skelly. Their good friends call them Kelly and Ellie Skelly. And this is their sweet little kitty. His name's Cat. That's all, just Cat. And they love him to death. Whoops. The Skellies love spending time in their garden. Kelly loves to read his newspaper and have a good cup of coffee. Actually, he's become quite a barista, with making some of his own barista art. While Eleanor has taken to gardening. She absolutely loves being outside in her gardens. You can see her beautiful necklace, which matches her beautiful shabby chic hat. And look at that bouquet that she's picked. And she grew it all herself. Ellie has quite the green thumb. And check out her outfit. That thrifted outfit. Oh, but don't tell them they were thrifted. They would not be caught dead in secondhand clothes. And here's another one of their friendly pet birdies in his little cage for eternity. As you can see, the Skellies are a happy couple, just living out the rest of their lives in their beautiful garden. Thanks again to Jody and Annie for joining me in this fun and fabulous Shabby Chic Fall and Halloween collab. Check out their channels and the playlist. The links are in the description box below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, make a comment, share it with family and friends and anyone who loves Halloween and fall decor. You can follow me on Instagram and check out my shop on Etsy. If you enjoyed the content, you can show your support of this channel by subscribing, so don't forget to subscribe. And for now, this is Dawn with Shabby Meets Bling. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. And I hope you all have a very shabby chic Halloween.